going to talk about some show me tell me's question. Before you go for a test, the examiner will come to you and they will ask you for signing of declaration. So you sign a declaration that the car is insured and you're not lived outside UK for last 12 months. And one of the questions might be the bonnet, and the bonnet, you open it from here. You can see there's a picture of the bonnet, and you pull this one towards you, and then when you pull it, then the bonnet will be open in the front. And then there are 4 questions about the bonnet. You got engine oil, brake fluid oil, and engine coolant, windscreen washer, and the level of the engine oil they will ask, or level of the brake fluid oil, and one of the questions about the bonnet. So we will go through that later on, but let's talk about inside the car at the moment. So inside the car, first of all, you open the ignition, so you turn the key forward until all the lights are coming up. Now, one of the questions about ABS or anti-lock brake system, when you open the ignition, the ABS symbol will come here on the panel, and it's going off after a couple of seconds. You can see this is ABS, the yellow one, and they ask you, how do you check that your anti-lock brake system working? You say, when I start the car or when I open the ignition like that, the ABS come on, and it should go off after a couple of seconds. And if it's not working, then it's coming up and flashing. If they ask you about the wipers are here. So if they say wipe the window, you push it up, that's for the front. And if you want to use the back one, you turn this one forward, and the back is flashing as you see in the mirror. You see, that's it. So if they ask you about washing the front windscreen, you pull this one, you pull the flick, and the washing, the water coming up. And if they say wash the rear one, you push it forward. Okay. If they ask you about the horn, or sound the horn, this is the horn. You press it and it's make noise. Another question might be about your lights. As you see here, you got light, the picture on the flick. You can turn it on, that's the headlight, and you can see the green light here on the corner. It's just there. Okay. And if you turn it one more, that's a deep light or main light, and if you push it forward, there's a full beam light and the blue sign in it. And then if they ask you about fog light, this is for the front fog light, and you can see the green light come on now on the top of the other green. And if you turn it one more time, the orange come next to the green light, that's the rear fog light. Okay, so you turn everything off after you've done that. Okay. Another question might be about power assisting steering. This is a steering, and you can tell them it's heavy at the moment. When I start the car, the steering become lighter, so it's a bit heavy now, or if it's not working, suddenly become a bit heavier. So the steering is at the moment is a bit lighter when you start the car, or heavy when it's not working. Okay. Another question might be about your demister. You got two demisters. You got this one, this is the front demister. You see AC coming on, and you got this one, the rear demister, and the light, orange light come on, and you turn it off. Okay. And that's indicator. If they ask you about indicator, you put the hazard warning, and you can see the light flashing for indicators, and you check the indicators working. When the indicator is working, the green light is on. And then another question might be about your brake light. So the brake light, you press the brake. I ask somebody to show me or find something for reflection. If they ask you about how do you check your brake working, you press the brake, and when you press the brake should be hard. It shouldn't be spongy or slack. Yeah. If they ask you about handbrake, this is the handbrake. You can tell them I can lift it up or down. When I lift the handbrake, it should be firm, or the light show. This is the light for the handbrake. If this light is on, that means the handbrake is fully working. And if they ask you about head restraint, this is a head restraint. This one, you can say I lift it up or push it down, and the middle should be level with my eyes. That's where the head restraint is fully adjusted. And another question might be about your tires. How do you check your your tire pressure. I can take it to garage or use a pressure gauge. Another question might be about where do you get information for tire pressure? You can tell them I can take it, I can check the book and the tire pressure inside there, the information for the tire pressure. And another question maybe about what is the minimum requirement tread depth of the tire is 1.6 millimeter, and the tire should be safe, so no cut, no damage, no bulges. And then another question maybe about the bonnet. As I said before, we're going to open the bonnet and I will show you how you check the bonnet, under the bonnet, or what the questions about the bonnet. So we pull this one. There's a catch here. This is a catch. You pull it. Yeah. When you pull the catch, this is a stand. You take it off and then you put it in this keyhole. That's it. And then you got 4 questions about the bonnet. As I said before, you got windscreen washer. You can see it says washer, so you put in fully up to here. And you got engine coolant. You can see that's the engine coolant. And you got a maximum and minimum level for the engine coolant. You can see low and full. Yeah, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's low, that's full. Yeah. And you got engine oil. This is the engine oil. And this is the dipstick to check engine oil, so you can take the dipstick out, wipe it, clean it, and put it back in, and it should be between maximum and minimum. And brake fluid oil, which is this one, and you also have a maximum and minimum level in the side, so you should check the level should be between maximum and minimum. Yes, that's the one. Okay, and that's all the show me tell me's, and I hope you enjoy the video.